All right, y'all. Get on in here. Give me some likes on TikTok so I can invite more people. I got a good one for y'all tonight. Yo, they say give me more likes will attract more viewers. All right, here we go. Here we go. We're about to get married. Oh, that's Sierra and Chris Brown. How we roll? About to get started. Give me some likes. TikTok. I need approximately 1,500 likes. So y'all, so I got something good. I promise you. It'll be worth every one of them. All right, let me turn off my music. All right, all right, all right. Welcome everybody in the building. So look, I want to make sure that everyone can hear me before we get started. Give me the thumbs up or yes, say yes, we can hear you. So I just want to make sure I got everybody here because I got some good. Hey, Tressa, good to see you. All right, y'all. All right, so tonight I got something real good. Give me some likes on TikTok. I only have 200. I need 1,500 likes just so they invite other people because a lot of people going to need to hear this tonight. A lot of people going to need to hear this tonight. I told you guys that I was going to go live every single day until the end of the year, except for on Sundays. Oh, thank you so much. And tonight, I don't think I'm going to yell as much. Last night, people say I was yelling. And so tonight, I will be probably more subdued. Now, I won't be that subdued. Well, I will be more subdued. All right. But I need you on TikTok. Y'all, come on, give me some likes, y'all. I need y'all to give me as many likes as you can. I got to get up to 1,500. If you on Instagram, invite your friends, family, sisters, friends, whoever else. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, hey, nobody on, oh, okay. All these people on YouTube, huh? Nobody on Facebook. I wonder why. But either way, y'all, we are in the building. We're in the building. Okay. So how we get started, if you would, tell me your name and where you're checking in from, because you could be anywhere in the country. You could be anywhere in the world, but you are here tonight with the doctor, aka Coach Ken. So let me know. Monique from California. Monique, what part of California are you from? So I can know. All right, we got Denise from Illinois in the building. Angela from Virginia Beach. Mina, is that Mina from Seoul, South Korea in the building. Bambi from Flanders, New Jersey. Janelle from Seattle, Washington. That's that. It says Paris. That's from Tampa, Florida in the building. All right. Nisa, Texas, go Cowboys. All right, I got you. Angela, I don't know where Angela from. We got Tressa from Lawrenceville, Georgia in the building. Terry from Ohio. We got, is that Myra from Ventura, California. Dominique from Stockton, California. We got Tamara from Grand Rapids, Michigan in the building. Deanna from Nashville. You have my book, Rapture 22 says, Rapture 30 says, I got your book. It's good. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Kelsey from Jamaica in the building. Flo from Vero Beach, Florida in the building. Give me some likes. TikTok. We're third of the way there. All right, let's see. It says Zinni from Helena Alabama in the building. All right. Thank you so much for joining. All right, y'all. Look. All right. So here's the deal. I want y'all to stay tuned. So I got to tell you this. I talked to a lot of people today after last night's class, and a lot of people joined my master class today. We only have a little room, the master class. And so for the next 3-4 weeks, I'm going to be talking about communication because y'all, I got to tell you, I'm going to be giving you real live stories of people who I coach. Now, I will not give you their names, but I will give you real life stories and I'm sure their stories resonate with you. I am victorious. I'm going to tell you about the masterclass tonight. I started promoting it last night, and when it fills up, and it will, I'm done. But I'm going to do a masterclass I'm doing it starting the 4th. I told people today it was the 27th, but it's not. It's the 4th of December, and it is called Communicating to Get Your Needs Met. How do you communicate with someone to get your needs met? And so I got to tell you some stuff because I've been coaching for a long time, y'all, and I am super good at it. Matter of fact, I'm great at it. All right. I mean, some of you might say I'm arrogant. I don't care what you think in terms of that. I'm confident, and you should be too. And I believe in me because I see the results, the fruits of the labor that I've done. Now, for those of you who are interested in it, I'm going to tell you the criteria to be in it. There's a criteria, and that criteria has nothing to do with money. Now, it does cost a little something, but it has nothing to do with money, and so we're going to make it work. Thank you, Mina. Says Coach is real. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. All right. So I got everybody in here. So look, this is what we're going to do. We're about to get started, but I want to tell you what happened to a couple. So I have a couple who came to me on the verge of divorce. Now, y'all, what I'm about to tell you, does not matter whether you are married, single, dating, divorced couples. All of us need to understand and learn how to communicate better. And if I were to ask many of you, most of you would say, I'm a great communicator. And I would say, you're probably not. And then some of you would say, well, either the guy that I dated or the lady that I dated are not good communicators, but I am. And then I say this. I often ask the question. I say, well, I can tell in less than 20 seconds if you're a great communicator. And I'll do it here. Have you ever not communicated something because you didn't communicate it because you didn't know the words to say. You didn't know how to say it, how to articulate it, how to make the phrases, or B, you did not say it because you were in fear of, or you were apprehensive because you did not know how the other person would react, okay? Or you didn't want to offend them. Either way, you did not communicate it. So you fall in the category of a poor communicator. And that's probably 98.3% of all of you. Now, you might say, Coach, I didn't want to hurt their feelings. I did not. But Coach, I had good intentions when I did not say it. And I say, okay, maybe the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Now, why is this important? Because here's the story. The story is this. All right, I had a couple. They came to me on the brink of breaking up. And so when I probed deeper and asked them why they were on the brink of breaking up, what they said was they kept saying different things. She doesn't respect me is what he said. And then she said, he doesn't help me. And they went back and forth. And I said this. I said, well, have you told her that you feel disrespected in the relationship? And he said, no, she should just know the way she's talking to me. Okay. And then I asked her, I said, do you feel validated? Do you feel like you're helped? Have you told him? No, he should just know that I need help around here. And I said, your problem is not help. You're asking for help. I mean, your problem is not he's helping. The problem is not, what she was saying about him. I said, the problem is neither one of you are willing to communicate. Because number one, neither one of you know how to communicate effectively. And so I took them on this journey for 6 months. Now, it may not take you 6 months, but they had some other stuff they wanted to work out. Now, they were contemplating getting married. Well, after the 6 month, after I took them through the process, they decided that they were going to get married. They've been married for 5 months. Now, the question is, what was different? They were thinking about breaking up. At the end of our sessions, I asked them, I do what I call an exit interview, an exit interview. And you know what both of them said? Both of them said that I understand the other person way more than I ever thought I would. And so over the next few weeks, as I lead up to my masterclass, I am going to be teaching you things about communication that most people are not going to teach you. Many of these so-called relationship coaches, okay, they're not going to teach you this because most of them don't know it. And even if they do know it, they don't know what I know. I ain't going to even get into all that. Now, whether you're dating or whether you're in a relationship, all of the things that I'm going to tell you apply. So tonight's conversation is this. Get your pen, get your pencil, get your iPad, get your phone, whatever you need to do. But tonight's conversation is why communication fails. Why communication fails. Okay? Why does it fail? Okay, because a lot of people, nobody goes into a relationship and says, you know what? I love you. I mean, you know, or marriage and say, hey, I love you today, but in 3 years, I'm going to hate your guts. I'm going to try to take half and I am going to move away from you. And soon I will be dating someone else. Nobody says that. But most people say this. They say, wow, they're excited. Because what happens, y'all? The person that you're dating, a lot of times they begin love bombing you, man or woman, and you're texting all the time. You're excited when the other person's name comes up on your phone and you just excited. Ooh, they make your liver quiver. And you start, then all of a sudden, you get to the stage past the honeymoon stage of dating or relationships. And then you start seeing things about the person that you did not know. I'm just getting started. I'm not going to yell tonight. TikTok, give me some more likes. You're almost there. You're at 1.4. I need to be at 1.5. Okay. All right. So what happens to you is the communication breaks down because most times you say it's the other person. They don't know how to communicate. I have a lot of ladies say he doesn't know how to communicate. And then my question to them is, do you know how to nurture the communication? And they like, nope, that ain't my responsibility. I said, it is my responsibility in my relationship to nurture communication with my wife. It is her responsibility to nurture communication with me. Why is it not your responsibility? You know why it's not your responsibility? Because you don't want to think. You don't want to take on that responsibility. Most of us keep things in because it's easier to blame the other person and absolve ourselves of responsibility. All right? So tonight, I'm going to tell you what happens when communication fails. Why communication fails. Why does it fail in a marriage? Why does it fail when you're dating? Because what do? It's easy to walk away when you're dating. You just like, I see something I don't like. Instead of communicating about the thing that I don't like, what do? You say, I'm ghost, I'm gone, I'm out, right? And then that person could be the person for you, But in this society that we live in, of microwave relationships, microwave everything. We want everything fast. We want to make money fast. We want to do everything fast. And what happens is, I always tell people, if you don't learn how to communicate, it's gonna come back around. When you in there with the person you think you like, okay, it's gonna come back around. So tonight, let me tell you why communication fails, and I'm going to share with you how to avoid it. I want you to stay to the end because what I want you to do, I want y'all to share this. If you can, share this, because somebody out there on the brink of breaking up, somebody out there on the brink of getting a divorce, somebody, and y'all know I'm the coach that believes in love. I'm the coach that says, forget all these prognosticators. There is someone out there for you. Your person is out there. I got a great relationship. I'm a father and a grandfather. Y'all, I believe in family, and there are men out there that believe in it too. There are women who believe in it. Stop listening to these folk that are just lying, y'all, that they don't want. Yeah, is it more difficult? Yes. But a lot of it is because y'all don't have, none of us, you're not willing to get the knowledge to be better, to be a better communicator. You're not willing to get the knowledge to be better at conflict resolution. You're not willing to be better at love languages. You're not willing to be better at the things. Why is it that we get training on everything else? We get training on our job. We get training how to buy a house. We get training on this. We get training on that. But why is it that relationships are the one thing we don't get any training on, but we just expect it to work? You don't know communication styles. You don't understand love languages. You don't know conflict resolutions. You don't know attachment styles, but you just expect it to work. Why is that? You know why you expect it to work? Because you feel like your emotions can override your deficiencies. You feel like your emotions, because I love this person, can override your deficiency of not being able to communicate with them effectively. You think your emotions can override when the conflict arises, when y'all stop loving each other as much as you did, and now you think that your emotions can override it, but it cannot. It cannot. So for the next few weeks, Coach Ken is going to teach y'all. And then when you jump into class on December 4th, I got to tell the people, some people that joined today, I was thinking it was the 27th, but we moved it back to the 4th. Oh, Lord. All right. So stay with me to the end. No, I'm not the Bible says we all ministers of the gospel. Am I a preacher? No, not in the sense I cuss too much, but I love the Lord. I love God with all my heart, and Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. I don't got no problem with saying that. Don't have to be yours, but he is mine. All right? And look, I'm like Peter. I cuss a little bit. All right? But tonight, I'm going to try to get through this without cussing. All right, why communication fails. Let me give you the 5 reasons why communication fails. Number 1, silence. The reason why communication fails is, number 1, is because of silence. See, a lot of us withdraw from the conversation. A lot of us feel like it's better if I keep it in. It's better if I don't say anything. And what you do is you get silent. You walk away, but there are 2 things that happens when you get silent. Number 1, the one thing that when you get silent is lack of communication always leads to miscommunication. I'll say it again. Lack of communication always leads to miscommunication. When you decide that I am going to withdraw what I was going to say for whatever reason, I am not going to say it. Always, lack of communication always leads to miscommunication. The second thing is when you want to say something to someone, when you want to convey a message and you are unable to convey that message for whatever reason, it plants a seed of resentment. The seed of resentment grows inside of you. Because whether you know it or not, this happens many times on the subconscious level, y'all. And on the subconscious level, what happens is that you begin to resent the other person because you are unable to express what's in your heart. And so that resentment, the more you do it, that resentment begins to grow. It begins to grow in you and grow in you and grow in you. And what you don't realize is this, y'all. Every seed planted grows into something. It may grow into anger. It may grow into frustration. It may grow into just bitterness. It may grow into flat out hatred. Flat out hatred, y'all. And so that is the reason why that's one of the reasons why it fails. The number one reason is silence. And so a lot of men that I know, that I've coached, they've never been taught how to communicate. And these men, they've grown up because as a child, they were told that sharing their emotions was a sign of weakness. And many of you have told your children, you've told your sons, suck it up. Don't say anything. Don't be no little bitch. Your uncles tell you that. And then what you realized is that now I don't want to talk because it is a sign of weakness. Ooh. And so then then the man grows up. He's 25. He becomes 35, 45. And you don't know how to communicate. So you don't know how to nurture it. You've never been taught by a coach, Ken. And so you just think he doesn't want to talk. And you don't understand that that's part of his programming. It's part of his subconscious programming. And that programming has to be rewritten. Y'all, and so what I'm telling you, how many of you all have been told, even ladies, how many of you said a woman should be seen and not heard? How many of you? Many of you. And so y'all, silence is the number one reason. Number two, the reason why communication fails is because perception versus reality. You see, what happens is when you want to say something, when you want to communicate a message, you begin telling yourself a story. Now, am I right? Y'all follow me tonight. I'm teaching tonight. Tonight, I'm teaching. Perception versus reality. So when you want to communicate something to somebody, you know what happens to you almost immediately? What happens is you begin to tell yourself a story. If I say this is what they're going to do. If I say this, they're going to deny it. If I say this, they're going to be mad at me and they're not going to speak to me. If I do this, if I tell him that I don't want to have sex and then he's going to run and be with another person. And so I'll just do it. I will compromise my standards. Now you don't say that part, but you say, well, I just do it. It'll be all right. And so these stories we tell ourselves are based in perception, not reality. See, the reality is you don't know what the other person is saying. And I teach my people, you listen to me closely, y'all. You are not responsible how the other person feels. You're not. You are responsible for delivering the message in a way that is not judgmental, in a way that is not combative. But you cannot you cannot say that the other person will feel a certain way. Because what happens is that is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to get good at communication, not good at making the other person feel a certain way. See, what y'all don't realize is even if a person doesn't like what you're saying, if they believe that what you're sharing out of love, you're sharing out of a respect for them, you're sharing because you want them to win, even if I don't like it, I will respect you for saying it. And so, y'all, we're so concerned about everybody liking what we have to say that what happens is we end up hurting our relationships in the process. Y'all, this is deep. And so what I tell people is this. What I tell people is perception is not necessarily reality. Because somebody perceives it, it doesn't mean it's reality. But here's what it does mean. it means that it's real to that person. All right? It's real. But what I'm telling people is this. I say this. I said, the one thing I want you to do, I want you to focus on getting good at communication, not getting good at making the person feel good. Now, there's a time for that too, but that doesn't fall right here. All right? It's all about you getting good at communicating the messages, meeting your needs. Y'all, in my class, it's called Communicating to Get Your Needs Met. In this class, I am going to, because many of y'all, how many of you all, just say yes, me. How many of you all have wanted to communicate something because a need of yours wasn't being met? Whether it's a boundary, it was a desire, whether it was something wasn't being met, but you never communicated. Say, that's me. Anybody here, just say that's me. Yes, say me or yes or whatever. Or whatever. Is that you? How many people would say that? I mean, how many of y'all would tell the truth and say, yo, that is me? Okay, all of these people say, yes, that's me. And so what I'm saying to y'all is this. Whether you are a man or a woman, y'all. See, men need to come to this class, this master class too. I got one coming so far, and that's just today. Because men know. Here's the thing. I want more men to hear my messages. You know why? Because I ain't bashing men. There are good men. Men need to level up just like women need to level up. I'm not bashing anyone. I believe in love. I believe there's somebody out there. Now, are some men on bullshit? Yeah. But are some women on bullshit? Yes. Yes. And that is the reason why I am saying we all can level up. I believe in marriage. I believe in one and true living God. And I believe that God has made a way for each person to experience love. I do. But we got to get out of our box, y'all. Listen, we got to get out of our box, y'all. I'm going to tell you like this. You know, the new kinds of ministers look like me. The ones that look like me, that are not perfect. But I am living what I say. I am right. I am respectful. I am living righteous. Yeah, I might cuss every now and then. But I am a father, okay? I am a husband that does not cheat. I am a father that takes care of my kids, that puts money, that invests in them. And both of my children are entrepreneurs. Yes, and I got grandchildren that are going to college on scholarships. Listen, y'all, this life that you want is available. Now, look, I had to do work on myself. 15 years ago, my wife and I were headed for divorce. You know, we were headed for divorce. But it was when I decided to get better. It was when she decided we're going to get better at communication that we saved our marriage. And look, and now Coach Keenan is doing what he's doing. Number 3. The reasons why communication fails. Everybody, I need you to say this. The big 4. The big 4. Woo-hoo! Here they are. Write them down, somebody. It's because people spend time defending their position, defending it, even if it's wrong. They spend time protecting the position, protecting so that they don't get hurt, protecting themselves, protecting. All right. They spend time justifying and deflecting. I'll repeat the big 4 again. Defending, protecting, justifying, and deflecting. So what happens when the person wants to talk to you? What do? Well, you do the same thing. The person is trying to tell you what they're feeling. Well, you do the same thing. Well, people do it all the time on my videos, y'all. You know what they say? I might put up 1 video or 2 videos about what men want. And then they'll say, that's what women want too. I said, well, you didn't say that when I put up what women want. You didn't say that. Okay? But you say it when I put up, because you know why? It's easy to deflect. It's easy. It's easy to talk about what somebody else needs to do, but it's very difficult to talk about what you want to do. It's very difficult, okay? Because you don't want to take accountability. You don't want to I always say, listen, taking accountability and then responsibility. So what is responsibility? Responsibility is your ability to respond. Many of you don't have the ability to respond because you've never been taught how to. Now, you can take accountability, right? That means, but you don't take responsibility because you don't have the ability to respond. You don't know how to do it. You don't know what to do. You don't know. And so instead of learning, it's easier to blame someone else. And y'all, let me say this to y'all. Over the next few months, I'm going to bring men to the table. Okay? I'm going to bring women to the table. And at the end of the day, what we're going to do is foster better, more productive relationships. Number 4, why communication fails is because you can't control your emotions. You get mad when somebody tries to tell you something. You get aggressive. Instead of learning how to communicate, it's easier to get angry. That's an easy emotion. That's an easy emotion to get. And so what happens is because you don't know how to communicate and you don't want to learn, it's easy to get mad and cuss somebody out. It's easy to get mad and say, just forget it, I'm done. It's easy to do that. And so a lot of men that I coach, and women gonna get triggered by when I say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. A lot of women don't know how to balance masculine energy. Okay, and then the first thing they're gonna say is when a woman's successful, that ain't what I'm talking about. See, when a woman's successful, she out here making money, and these men, you know what? They want me to diminish myself, and I had this conversation today. I said, no, that's not true. I said, the thing is, let me explain what happens. What's really happening is we both, men and women, both have masculine and feminine energy. I'm gonna do a whole session in my Relationship Academy. Masculine energy is the energy of doing, goals, deadlines. All right. Feminine energy is the energy of being. All right. Creativity, flow, emotions. We both have both of them. Problem is that in our society, men have been raised, been conditioned, most of them, to exert more masculine energy. Now, women, because a lot of men haven't taken their rightful place at home, have had to adopt more masculine energy to be in the workplace. That's why they're going out there getting the bag. Okay, nothing wrong. This is not about right or wrong, y'all. It is not about good or bad. I'm just telling y'all what's going on. And then she's using that masculine energy because we live in a society that has a masculine grid, okay? That it rewards us for being go-getters. It rewards us for being ambitious, for being driven. It rewards us. This grid that we live in rewards us for being goal-oriented, right? It rewards us, right? However, then when you go home, the woman goes home, and then she's married to a masculine man, okay? Now, she used the masculine energy in work, at work. It works. However, when she came home, the man, and she again attempted to continue in the masculine energy. She didn't balance it, but she continued in it. And then the man, when a man recognizes masculine energy, what the man does, he either confronts it or he walks away from it. But a man doesn't know what to do when it's coming out of the woman he cares about. So what does he do? Some men try to fight it. Now y'all always arguing. You ain't doing this. You don't do this. Or the man says, forget it. I'm going to go in my cave. I'm not going to say a word. And then he shuts down. And so what the women say that are coached, they say, oh, he just want me to be this. He need to just lead. He need to do this. And I say, wow. I say, could it be that you don't know how to communicate with him? Could that be possible? And she'll say, no. And eventually I will ask her a series of questions. She said, well, maybe. And then when I get them in a session together, I realize he feels unheard. And y'all, if he feels unheard, what he does is he shuts down. Now, a lot of y'all going to listen to me and you're going to get triggered by what I said. I don't care. I don't care because I'm telling the truth, y'all. And on the other side with the men don't communicate because they've never been taught. They don't know how, but then they don't want to get help either. And so what I'm saying is I am here to help all of y'all, to help everyone so that we all can be better. And last but definitely not least is this. Number 5 is you don't know the words to say. You don't know the words. I got to tell y'all something. Everybody listening. Oh, please listen to me. Just a couple more minutes. So 8 months ago, I knew 7 months ago, when AI came out, artificial intelligence, I said, this is going to revolutionize a lot of things. So let me tell y'all what I did. I realized that communication is the number one reason why relationships, either in dating or committed relationships, don't work. People say infidelity, people say finances, people say a number of things. All right. However, but if you know how to communicate effectively, a lot of the infidelity would not happen. If you know how to communicate effectively, the finances problems wouldn't be there. So what I said was this, watch this, y'all. People don't know the words to say many times. So let me tell you what I did. Y'all, I hired 2 developers who were good at AI. And I said, let me show AI, help me to take my thoughts on how you should communicate. Words that you can use. If you wanted to tell somebody something sensitive, how would I do it? So we developed it. And so what I did was, it took me 7 months to get out of my head and into the software how I would respond. Wow. Let me tell y'all something. So the other day, we did a demo on it. With me and my team. I said, y'all come up with anything. And one of the things was a sensitive thing. The lady wanted to tell the guy that he didn't smell fresh, that his breath didn't smell fresh. Okay? That was a sensitive one. So we typed it in. I want to tell my guy breath doesn't smell fresh. I want to say it in a way that is not offensive, but he understands the message. We typed it in. The AI, AKA Coach Ken, came with a message, and the lady said, my God, I never would have thought to say it like that. And so y'all, this AI, I'm launching this. I'm releasing it soon. But if you join my masterclass, you're going to get it for free. Ooh-wee! So listen, y'all. Let me tell y'all what I've done. I created a masterclass called Communicating to Get Your Needs Met. All right? It's going to happen on December 4th. And instead of me, I used to teach my classes 5-6 weeks at a time out. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to start doing, and I was super successful at it, but a lot of people didn't apply the principles right away. So what we're going to start doing, instead of doing 5 weeks, we're doing 5 days, intense, the same amount of hours. In 5 days, I am going to teach y'all how to communicate to get your needs met. And y'all, if you know that you need to get better, if you have a spouse or somebody that you want to get in this class, y'all, you got to do something. Here's what I'm saying. If you know that you want to change, and look, I got so many free bonuses I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you that AI thing, y'all. And you don't have any excuses because I've alleviated price. The price is affordable for everybody. And the only way you will know is this. I've got to choose you to be in this class. You might want to be in the class, but if you're not ready, I'm not going to do it. So here's what I'm doing. I am telling people what you can do is this. You can book a session with me. I haven't done any free sessions in over 2 years, in over 2 years. But you can book a 30-minute session with me to discuss. I'm only talking about the class. Is the communication class right for you? I think I had 20 people book. 20 people that booked. I did 6 of them today. We signed up 6 people. All 6 signed up, except for one. I don't know if she's going to sign up. She said she'll let me know. But 6. We're only taking a few people, y'all. All right. So let me tell you how you do it. You got to answer a questionnaire. But the first thing you got to do is you got to email me and say, Coach, I need this class. I need it. Because if you don't email me saying you need the class, this communication class, I'm not going to set aside the time for you. Okay? We're going to do 30 minutes. It is a group class. Yes. But it is so intense. Let me tell you how I do it, though, how I'm doing this. I do this in what I call hot seat coaching. Hot seat coaching is a little bit different. So hot seat coaching works like this. We take real live scenarios, and you're going to have to go through how you would communicate it. And in the hot seat coaching, Coach Ken is a beast. I'm gonna be every trigger you ever had. Ooh, every trigger, and you're gonna have to learn how to communicate. And what you're gonna learn in these 5 days will literally change your dating life and change your relationship. Period. Now, am I gonna teach you everything I know about communication? No, but you're gonna learn everything I know, because if you join, if I let you in, you also get in my Relationship Academy. And I got all my communication classes back there. So here's what I want you to do. You got to email me, tell me that you want to be in, and you have to tell me what your availability is for the week and what time zone you're on. And my team will hit you back, and what we'll do is get you scheduled. What time zone you're on, what your availability is. So I'll have to work that out. But you got to tell me you want to be in the class. And y'all, don't think about money, because money ain't gonna be no issue. You'll see why I say that when we meet. But if you don't want to do it, if you're on the fence about it, don't hit me. I don't waste my time, please. Because I'm gonna tell you, if you ain't ready, if you want to talk about something else, some other stuff, then you need to book a discovery session. That's a 90-minute paid session. But if you want to talk about this class, email me at Coach COACH Ken KEN Canion CANION. That's Coach Ken Canion at gmail.com. Coach Ken Canion at gmail.com. Now, when you do that, you got to put in there what time zone you're on, where you're at, what's your time zone. I got to know that. And then you got to tell me why I should accept you, because I'm not accepting everybody. And then the last thing is tell me your availability for the week. All right? That is my time, y'all. I am done for today. That is it. I appreciate y'all. And listen, let me say this. I'm going to leave y'all with this. Like my wife always says. My wife says it can be individuals or couples. If it's a couple, now if you're a couple, you got to pay the couple rate. I'll give you the couple rate. All right? It's a VIP rate. It's a general rate. But it's still affordable. Even right here at December. Even around Black Friday. That's why I'm making it, because it's really my Black Friday special. My team wanted me to say that, but I was like, I ain't saying that mess. All right? But when you get on the phone, when you get on the Zoom, I'll tell you, once we set it up, I'll send you the Zoom link. I got to look at you face to face. Look at you in your eyes to make sure, because I ain't taking everybody. Okay? All right? What we doing? I caught the end. You on Instagram, you got to rewatch this. All right, y'all. That is my time. I hope you guys have a great day, great night. All right. Peace. I'm out.